Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So let's talk about like kind of what's going on, and then I'm going to pull some cards. So I think the biggest thing that's kind of going on right now is people getting kind of reality checks on who they are. False perceptions of yourself. For some of you, it's like in a positive way. For some of you, it's probably like a reality check that maybe you don't like. But I feel like for some people, it's kind of things that you internalize is wrong with you, or things that you were told that you believe, like falsely believed in, stuff like that, where people are projecting their own stuff at you and things like that. You're starting to see that you aren't this bad person. You aren't these things that you've been kind of taught. And then there's this group of people, and there's some people who fall in the middle and stuff too, but there's this group of people that, no, you're going to sit. There's this group of people where they have this perception that they're one way and they're actually not that way. And like the way they outwardly act and the way they do things, like they're starting to get a reality check and really triggered, having a lot of towers come up and really triggered to help them kind of see how they've been living in this like false reality and this false perception. And the more that the light workers and the people who are kind of standing in their power and actually doing things the right way and keep growing and healing and stuff like that, they're triggering those other people more, either through their actions and words or just through their energy and stuff. And it's triggering them to actually see these false beliefs that they have in general about the way they act and why they do things the way they do, and just helping them to kind of see it and helping them to heal it if they choose to heal it, or shift if they choose to shift. Not everybody's going to do that. It's really just a choice and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of people are also getting pieces of the puzzle and a little bit of like underlying like messages and understanding for part of your purpose here, but also like your human experience and just kind of things that relate to your own specific path. There should be some understanding and clarity, also like a deeper level of purging and cleansing. Feels similar to something, I can't remember the last reading I did where I talked about this, but about relationships and going into deeper levels. So it's like just like the tier system where it's like, okay, we see this is problematic, so we're going to set boundaries, or we're gonna, do this. And it's just like kind of like leveling up where you're kind of getting rid of all these patterns and all these relationships and cycles that you've been in that are not healthy, and you're getting clarity and understanding to them. You're understanding where you will start being able to get the clarity and understanding for where these started, like why these are going on, what is going on with you and the way you process and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna, beside that, I feel like there's so much other shit going on. I keep getting from spirit like tower though, like some of you guys are just, it's like tower after tower. It's like one thing after another kind of falling apart. If you're not handling it well, make sure that you're taking time to intentionally, you're taking time to intentionally sit and process how you feel and why, and releasing it, like allowing the emotion to come up. I feel like there's definitely a lot of anger right now going on. So a lot of like grieving and anger. You might have a mix of emotions and stuff. You might feel numb at times. Definitely a lot of us are not feeling like ourselves as we're helping other people heal certain things. But there's a lot going on where there's this repressed anger and these deeper feelings where we're seeing the reality of stuff and what was done to us and how we were treated. And we're angry, we're upset, we're hurt, we're feeling not okay with a lot of these things. And the more people that are coming out at us with those things, the more it's triggering us and it's bringing up that anger and it's bringing up that pain. There's definitely a lot right now going on with people who have like this entitled energy, or expecting you to take care of them, to go out of your way for them, meet their needs, like all these different things. And people are like getting sick of it. People are not tolerating things like they used to. They're holding people accountable for their own needs and their responsibilities, their choices. Keep seeing fucking shadows up in here, what y'all are trying to do right now. But yeah, so there's a lot like with that type of stuff going on too, where things are coming more to a balance. Is it the fucking cards making? No, it's not. I keep seeing shadows, but in all fairness, I've seen them earlier too. Yeah, so, okay. We got on the bottom, planning and destiny. No, I don't feel like I'm supposed to pull that card. It's funny enough, right before I started doing this reading, literally when I went to sit down, I realized my chart and I was like, something with the full moon coming up, and then the first card I see is the full moon card. Either the most recent full moon that happened or the next one that's coming up, which I'm not sure when it is, but also the date that just popped in my head is December 29th for some reason. It feels like some type of cycle, some type of ending of a cycle. And they keep repeating December 29th to me, like the ending of a cycle. Alexa, when is the next full moon?
The next full moon will be next Tuesday, December 26th at 7:33 p.m.
Okay, so the next full moon's the 26th, but the date I keep getting is ending a cycle the 29th. I think the full moon is going to... Oh my God, it's literally almost Christmas. I'm so fucking dumb today. My brain is like so fucking scattered and shit. I feel like I've had so much shit coming up and so much shit going on that like my mind is just like shh. I worked all day, so give me some grace and fairness. Duh. I'm just sitting here like duh. Well, in all fairness, I didn't actually know when the full moon was, so oh shit, so it's like the day after Christmas. Damn, okay. But I do feel, actually, for some of you, Christmas definitely is going to bring up some family shit, some cycles that y'all are in. So, not for everybody, but it definitely feels like a few people, like, are going to get triggered either during or right after the holiday and stuff. And you're going to start seeing that what you have is not what you actually want. And you're going to start preparing to shift your energy to actually get what you want. But anyway, with this Planning and Destiny card, it feels like something's going to come up with the full moon, which is the 26th. It's Friday the 22nd or 3rd. Wait, Christmas is on Monday, right? 24th. It's the 22nd. Okay, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Something's going to come up with the full moon, and it feels like it's going to be almost like this aha moment. And it's going to kind of like finalize. They're saying the word assimilate, but finalize what you really want and clarity to it, at least toward the next part of your journey. So if you're kind of like in between or like indecisive, like I want this, but I'm not sure. I want this, but I'm not sure, or you're not fully sure on what it is, for some of you, you're definitely going to get some type of clarity or aha moment starting on the 26th through the 29th. And somehow some cycle is going to end or something is going to click and change for you. Like just something's going to, like, it almost just feels like this energy where it's just like, not like you're done. It's almost just like it's just like you're ready to take charge of whatever it is. It feels like this is something that this will not be for everybody, but it feels like something that is going to trigger you to just be like, fuck, I need to do this. Like standing up, like stepping up. Like taking accountability or responsibility or stepping up for yourself. It feels like some of you guys, there might be like a grieving. Maybe you're missing somebody during the holiday season, or there's something going on in one of your relationships that have to do with something that's been going on with the cycle that's been going on the last few months. And the holiday itself might actually trigger that, and realizing somebody you're missing, or a situation, or, you know, desire or something like that. And I don't know. What's interesting, because they just showed me, like, as I was looking at the card, I was getting another message. So I got this message a few days ago, because I feel into energies and stuff. So like last year I was kind of predicting what the crystal this year was going to be. And I keep feeling like toward the beginning of the year, which we're there in like, what, 2 fucking weeks, there's going to be like a lot of light pink and like purple crystals that people are going to be like drawn to, like lepidite, like pink and purple amethyst, stuff like that, that are very flower agate, that are very feminine, very emotional, very heart center, very feminine, very soothing. And they were showing me those colors in the card. Excuse me. And as I was feeling this energy about these crystals, I was getting that February, there was going to be a lot of emotions, but in a good way. Like these just beautiful, like loving emotions, like a lot of like just love energy. I'm not sure, has nothing to do with Valentine's Day. It's not even related to Valentine's Day at all. It feels like just, I don't know if it's like something's going to shift at the end of January, but it feels like February, just something just very heartfelt. It might not even be something happening to you or like an actual situation. It might just be like the energy we're going to be in. It just feels very soft, very feminine, very loving, very kind, just very beautiful. And like when the feminine is in her feminine, I will tell you, like I was in my feminine really like a lot last night. When I'm in my feminine energy, just things feel very gentle and soft and peaceful, but also very childlike and fun and exciting. And it just very graceful. I don't know how to explain it. Very intuitive, just very flowy and stuff. And so that is kind of like the vibe I get. And I don't know if it's like, I don't know what it is, because I was just going to say what I think it might be. I'm not sure what it is. That's all I know. And they obviously wanted me to bring it up. So I'll leave it at that, because I don't know why or what's going to happen or if there's going to be a shift. I'm not sure. I just know the energy in the month is all I got for that. Okay, we have generosity and egoism. Okay, definitely not surprised. Heavy ass energy. Solution and problem. And then this one's going to go a little bit to the side, which is behavior and interpretation. Okay. Oh, shit. Well, I was going to put it to the side, but I got, like, my decks here, so I don't have a lot of room. With this, generosity and egoism and solution and problems. So I think this is hysterical, because I feel like I've been having this conversation with people the last few weeks where it's people really taking their power back and seeing things in a different way. And the generosity egoism card definitely feels like that giver taker energy. There's a group of people who are, like, really give for the right reasons and do things for the right reason. And they're realizing that a lot of people are taking from them. They're not really appreciating and valuing the love that they're giving or their generosity and stuff like that. And they're realizing that a lot of people actually don't like them as who they are. They're using them. They're using them for the benefits and things that they get from them. And for the people who are trying to feed their ego, and it's a totally different fucking energy. When you're feeding your ego, you're actually feeding this like empty energy in you, and you never feel fulfilled. You temporarily feel satisfied or happy, but you never feel a deep sense of fulfillment, a deep sense of happiness, a deep sense of anything. It's all very surface level when you're feeding your ego. And the ego is not really the way that, like, I think we've kind of discussed it society-wise or even like in the psychology field. It's a little bit different than like we've kind of discussed, and it's really about feeding this empty, superficial human shell versus the internal energy that you come here with, your soul, whatever. And not everybody necessarily is soul energy. You know, some people have different types of energy, but we all come here with a specific energy. You're not feeding the actual energy that you have that helps you, that resonates with you, right? You're feeding this false, like, human dimensional energy and this societal conditioning and all this stuff. And when you're doing that, you're actually taking parts of yourself, and you're not actually giving to yourself, which is why it's the same thing when you don't feel good about yourself and somebody compliments you. Like, for a little while you'll hold it and it stays in your mind, right? But it's never in your energy. You don't actually receive it. And it's because you're trying to fill an empty void with emptiness. It has to come from your energy and within for you to heal it. Once you heal it, you can actually cycle with other people who also have the same energy and actually feed each other love and cycle the energy and grow it stronger. But when you're stuck in the ego, internally you feel very empty. You feel very lonely. You probably want to distract. You want to go into superficial shit. You probably care really a lot about like looks, about money, about just surface level stuff. And I don't mean money because you're trying to like, you know, make money. It's like you want to show off that you have money or think that you have to live a certain lifestyle for people, look a certain way, be a certain way, like that. Not like I want some money because I deserve that shit and I want to live, you know, the life I want. Not in like in a healthy way is what I should say. But and a lot of times that's where like addictions kind of go, because we're feeding like distractions and superficial surface level shit. So we're drinking, we're using drugs, we're like having sex, we're watching porn, like we're doing all these things that really are not actually fulfilling to us and feeding our soul energy and our like true essence and stuff. So if you're in that energy, try to drop into your heart center, try to go into your emotions. Because for the people who are sitting in just that shell energy and that emptiness and that ego energy and that keep feeding trauma and conditioning and shit, you can't pull yourself out until you go within. And you have to go into it. And kind of just the way I'm getting to tell you guys is to just go into your feelings. Like, when's the last time I felt something really deep in my emotions and in my body? When is the last time this? And just kind of start there. To kind of go into it, or start asking yourself questions like, what am I doing right now? Like, what patterns am I doing that I have awareness to that I know are not good for me? And start asking yourself why you're doing those, and start going into your energy and getting deeper. That will help you get into like your actual true self, because it feels like a lot of you guys are blocked from like your internal energy right now. Like, you're intentionally have a wall up, and like you're not wanting to deal with some of your emotions and certain things. So it's like you're just trying to get temporary happiness, satisfaction, pleasure, and it's not going to work and it's not sustainable. Then you're going to feel even more empty, more deprived, and you're going to probably get sick. And the people who are not dealing with their energy shit, or they're overextending themselves, are getting sick right now. So that's really what those cards are. With the behavior interpretation, this just reminds me of like a feminine and her vibe, man. Just like open and flowy. I've been like dancing, just like random like dancing too. This actually feels like a sense of freedom and understanding, and just helping you to just keep moving forward in the path, like the spiral path that keeps going around. Just keep moving forward until you get to the center. And then at the center, it's going to just expand and open itself. But it feels like almost this mystical energy, but and also like this mist of illusion. Like, some of you guys have been in cycles for a few months, and so all the things you're feeling and all the things you're seeing are not always accurate. So it's up to you to kind of really understand that. Some of you already got the answers before you went into the cycle, so everything you're feeling, just allow it to flow and process it. But you don't have to necessarily trust it. You might be energetically connected to somebody else or multiple people, and you might be feeling their stuff too. So you can do that by asking, do I really actually feel this way? The problem is you have to be a genuinely honest person with yourself about what is true and what is not. And that's how you'll know if it's yours or somebody else's. Not everybody is doing energy cycling. Not everybody is helping other people energetically. If you are in that energy, you'll know what I'm talking about, because it would click for you and you would feel it. For the other group, you're probably getting help from this group. And so you might be getting triggered with a lot of random fears, a lot of random thoughts. Some of your probably worst fears, some of the things that you're scared of, why you're not moving forward, why you're not changing your behaviors, why you're staying stuck in your like trauma, energy, or just why you're not moving forward when you know you should be moving forward. I'll leave it at that. Okay, let's pull from this. Yeah, definitely want to come out. Let's see. I should have pulled that card. Definitely want to come out, but if it comes out again, it will. Kindred partnership. No. I saw that stuck energy pop out, but it didn't actually come out. With a creative endeavor. Family, friends, and guides. I think that might have been the card that was trying to come out. With the family, friends, and guides, I definitely get a lot of that misty energy again. And a lot of you guys are being spiritually guided. Some of you definitely know you are. Like energetically and spiritually guided. I feel like this is just validation for somebody who was kind of questioning what I just said. And they're like, I'm not sure if it's me or if it's not. I'm not sure, like that. This is like validation for you. But also, and then I just got like this like little giggly laughing energy. Like, how the fuck she knows? Like, that I was questioning that and asking that. Because I can feel future energy as you guys watch it, by the way. I don't know who it is, but you got good ass energy if it's you. I don't know why, I just want to keep giggling. I keep getting you need to listen to what like that inner energy is, that inner voices, not the trauma one, the inner love one, the one that is guiding you, like your higher self, the one that is guiding you to actually walk toward what you want. Like, it feels like somebody is like worried that like their inner voice is lying to them and it's like trying to hurt them. It's almost feels like subconscious, like you don't even realize that's what is going on. It's like we'll just say your higher self, because for most people that's what it is like your soul, your higher self is trying to guide you toward what your actual dream is and what you actually want. But it's almost like you're doubting it or questioning it. Like, maybe my mind's just kind of playing tricks on me. Like, I've kind of thought this was going to happen before. Or I thought I wanted this before, and then like it didn't happen, or something fell through. So maybe it's not possible and all this stuff. And it's like you're limiting yourself, but it's like you are being guided to something that is part of like your desire, your dream, what you actually want. Like, you are being guided toward that. And the only way to get it is to work toward it, to take the path toward it, which means releasing anything that stands in the way of that creates the cracks in the foundation. And I feel like I give that message a lot in readings and stuff like that. And like these readings too, is you cannot have what you want without stability and a good foundation. Like, you have to work toward things that literally are cracks in your foundation so you can be stable, so everything can actually work out in a pleasant and good way, the way you want it, and be long-term, be sustainable. So things are going to require patience, but it's also consistency on your part. You can't take 1 or 2 baby steps forward and fucking 10 steps back and think that you're going to have what you want. You can't take 1 or 2 steps forward. There's no consistency. There's no continual effort, and think that like you're going to have what you want. It takes consistent effort of moving forward toward what you want and staying in alignment with that path. You cannot keep going to other paths or distracting and deterring and think you're going to have what you want. And Spirit's pretty fucking strong about it. I'm not going to lie. Like, the energy I'm getting from this is pretty fucking strong about like this is what it feels like. It feels like, and I'm going to just say this along with these cards, because we got Kindred, Partnership, Creative Endeavor. For some of you, it feels like these are your desires. It feels like you want like a good relationship, healthy relationship. Some of you definitely like romantic relationship, family, marriage, that type of stuff. For some of you, definitely like friendships and stuff. And for some of you, it's like a passion. It's something that you have dreams about, or you desire some type of passion that you really want. So if you're wanting, I just give relationships because I just feel like this is so easy, right? If you're wanting a healthy romantic relationship, if you keep going into relationships with people that aren't good for you and that aren't what you want, then your energy is being closed and being blocked toward what you do want, the healthy relationships, the certain things you're looking for. So think about your energy as like a circle. It only has so much space. So when you're filling it with distractions and things that are not what you want, healing one little thing toward it or resolving one little thing toward it while filling it with other stuff is you still feeding the unhealthy relationships, the connection to that. And so there's no space for good things to come in. But when there's no space for good things to come in, you're actually filling it with the energy of lack of what you don't want, of your fears, of settling, of whatever. So it's the same thing even with like friendships. If you're wanting healthy relationships, you're wanting supports and stuff like that. When you're holding on to relationships that aren't that way, you're blocking good ones. And when you're blocking what you want, it's because you have unresolved things that are still sitting there that are actually your traumas, your emotions, fears, whatever it is that is dictating your decisions. So when you take 1 or 2 steps forward to heal something, but you're filling your space with all this shit you don't want, you're taking 10, 15 steps back, how the fuck do you think something little small is going to do that? To me, like kind of the thing that I just got is like you're wanting to get an A on your test and you do 1 or 2 problems, you give up for a little bit, And then it's like you erase everything, then you come back and do one or two problems, then erase everything. And it's like, but none of the other work is getting done. Like your path is your path, and everything that needs to be uncovered and healed needs to be uncovered and healed. No matter how many times you deter from it, you literally are walking away from what you want. So if you're really wanting these things, your actions need to align with that. Your energy needs to align with it. Your perceptions and beliefs need to align with it. And the way that works is by you making choices that align with what you want. So if we want healthy relationships, or we want certain things in relationships, when somebody shows us they are not what we want, they do things that we don't want, that are red flags to us, that are problematic, we walk away from those if they're fixable, they're fixable. But if they're not, most of the time they're not. Let's just put it this way. What the way I'm channeling. If you're going on dating apps and you're meeting people and you're looking for a committed relationship long-term, and you're meeting people who don't want long-term relationships, they're just looking to like hook up, they're just looking for friendships, they're not looking for any commitment, right there, that tells you it's a no, and walk the fuck away from them. We're not there to convince them. We're not there to change their mind. We're not there to be patient and wait for them to show up. We listen to what they say and we exit because we realize this is not what I want. When you're doing that, you're chasing old energy and you're not actually walking the path you want. How are you going to get what you want when you keep choosing the opposite? You want door A, but you keep choosing door B, C, D, E, every other fucking door. So that's what I mean with getting in alignment, is making sure that like we're walking away from things that don't serve us. We're not settling. We're not taking half-ass. We're not taking manipulation. We're not taking emotional shit into what we actually really want. And like I said, I feel like somehow the full moon is going to be really significant with this, with helping you with clearing this, or getting out of this energy or something. Like, I just keep getting a ending of a cycle. Shit. Okay. I don't know if you saw my face. I could feel my goddamn energy go. I just got hit, not bad energy, just got hit with some energy. 10 of Raphael. I love how we get a lot of rainbows in the cards too, y'all. This is actually the relationship card. So we got Kindred Partnership, which had the rainbow and is the same type of vibe as the 10 of Raphael relationship card. So that's interesting. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. And it really is. It's like the card of romantic relationships. They have kids running in the background. They got the rainbow, the happily ever after. And we got new beginnings, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So it feels just kind of like this is more so validation that this will be your final result. That like whenever, it feels like some of you guys are kind of stuck in the past and you haven't really worked through it. So you're feeling a little conflict because you're wanting something, but it's not, thank you, but it's not what you want right now. Yeah, am I there for? But it's not really what you want right now. So there's something healing, and there's something that you're going to end up releasing so you can have this like dream come true, happily ever after. And there's just something that, I love this because we got epiphany underneath this. There's certain puzzle, like pieces of the puzzle you just don't have yet. But then it's like, whenever you do have this, it's going to be like a fresh start and a new beginning. Feels like some of you guys are going to clear up some type of communication issues or something and help you to get clarity and understanding about it. This feels like more like this, whatever I'm about to pull, feels more like past energy. So I'll read it and I'll tell you. Feels like past energy and like heaviness. Some of it a little bit current though. That feels like future, near future. Okay, we got 6 of Gabriel. They're definitely showing like the blue communication to me. 10 of Ariel and 4 of Ariel. Oof, we're putting 4 of Ariel to the side for a sec. 6 of Gabriel, 10 of Ariel. Okay, so this actually feels pretty masculine, but I'll just read it. I definitely get a lot of masculine energy. It's like this, like playing shit safe. It's like keeping everything guarded, playing everything safe. It's like daydreaming about what you want and this life you want. And I'm seeing like these women with the kids in the card, like on a fucking vacation in fucking Paris. But it's like, which to me represents like family, wanting children, wanting like to travel and have like a companionship and stuff. But it feels like this just very guarded, playing it safe. And it feels like like coming in like quickly and impulsively and half-ass instead of really embodying the energy of what you want and making sure that you're stepping into what you want. So if say this is, because I'm channeling this as a masculine, so I'm just going to say it like that, but you could be the masculine even if you're a woman. But like I said, just getting the masculine energy. So it's like, say you're a masculine, you're wanting a relationship with like a feminine or something like that. You're wanting to start a family, you're wanting getting married, have kids, whatever the fuck you're wanting, right? If you're coming in and you're being like a fuckboy and you're not really providing consistency and honesty and stability, you're not really stepping into your power and your masculinity, and you're trying to come in half-ass, the idea of the relationship you want won't be successful and fulfilling, because the feminine is always going to feel unsafe with you. She's not going to trust you. You don't have safety and stability within, so she's not going to have safety and stability with you. And obviously we can interchange that, gender or, whatever, like it doesn't really matter that. But if you go into something impulsively without the stability, without the structure, without your energy actually embodying what you want, then you're not actually going to be able to have what you want. You're going to keep shoving it further and further away. So you have to actually step into the energy of what you want. So if you're wanting a healthy relationship, you have to become healthy. If you want good communication in a relationship, you have to have good communication, and you have to choose somebody who has good communication and express that to people. Like if you're wanting somebody who's honest and trustworthy, are you honest and trustworthy with yourself and other people? Are you living in integrity? Are you living in your truth? Are you living in alignment with your perception of who you actually are and what you have to offer? Are you fully committing? Are you fully showing up? Are you being consistent? Are you being reliable? Are you considering your needs, the other person's needs, and looking at things as a couple? And so it's all of those things for you to have what you want. This relates to this, which is when you give, you also receive, being resistant to change. And this feels just like related to this. It just feels kind of like that wall is up. It just feels like a wall is up, and it's this resistant energy. And this feels kind of like that one card that we got, which is like the generosity egoism card. I feel like we're getting like similar cards in the reading, which is this, again, it feels like a masculine energy. It's like when you give, you also receive. It's almost like this masculine energy that thinks they have to take in order to receive. But what they don't realize, it feels like they learned something in their childhood, some type of conditioning or belief system, perception from their parents. And then like they were in relationships that like kind of mirrored this, even though it's not accurate. And it's like, for some reason, the masculine energy I'm channeling feels like it needs to take in order to receive. What the masculine is not acknowledging is they're doing things from their ego, not their heart. When the masculine puts their shield down and they do things from their heart and they naturally take care of the feminine energy and they give, the feminine naturally wants to give back. The feminine's energy is open, feels safe and flowy, and naturally wants to do that back. And that's not just for romantic relationships, that's also friendships too. It's everything, but the being resistant to change, it feels like holding on to, it feels very stubborn, and it feels like it's holding on to this false ideal or this false perception of something. And it feels like you guys know that is false, and it feels like this resistance to wanting to change it. Because if you change it, you know that you have to actually step up, and you know you actually have to move toward what you want. And for some of you, it feels like a fear of actually, I'm going to just pull one more. I'm just trying to figure out which one. It feels like a fear of actually moving toward what you want and getting what you want. It's different for everybody why you would be afraid to get what you want. Some of you, it's afraid of like, you're not going to, like, it's going to leave you if you lower your walls. Like, it's going to leave you. You're not going to be able, like, to continue. Damn, all three of those just want to come out. You're not going to be able to continue having it. Like, you don't think you're deserving of it. Like, there's something that's not accurate there. We got life changes, new chapters, freedom, release what is no longer serving you. I literally don't think Spirit could be more clear about that. And we got the rainbow again. La Luna, hidden emotions, release, journey to truth, healing. And we got a moon there. La Luna's moon. Hero in the making, inner healing, victorious breakthroughs, ancestral strength. It feels like when you do make changes, it is gonna be emotional for you, but you're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel empowered, and like you're going to understand yourself and other people a lot better. And it's going to help you to actually like grow. It's going to help you to actually just fully stand in your power and actually receive what you want and what you deserve, and like in a good way, obviously. And like well, I mean, maybe not in a good way for people who are assholes, but like, I don't know. Because I said in a good way, and then I was like, wait, actually, I'm not totally sure I agree with that statement I made. Because if you hurt people and you're hurting people, you know, if you continue to do that, like, positive things are going to come to you. Like, how can you think it's okay to hurt people and think that you're just going to get, like, nice things to you? Like, no. So if you are hurting people, like, change that. Look at why you're doing it. Make amends and fucking change it and shift it and heal that and step up. Because I just keep getting this energy of stepping up into your power and fully embracing who you are. And when you do this, like, your whole energy is going to shift, and it feels like your whole life is going to change. It might not change so much outwardly, but the way you perceive things and the way you feel, and then the way things happen, like your friendship groups and your passions and your dreams and all this stuff, like all of that's going to naturally shift. It might not be gigantic changes, but the way your shift is internally and the way you feel is going to seem like a giant shift, and then everything's just going to fall into place. Like, all the pieces are just going to fall into place. I love this message. I feel like it's all kind of very similar to each card. I think, like, each deck, I feel like some of it's a little bit different, but I feel like a lot of it's very similar of patterns and things that people are healing and stuff like that right now, and kind of very similar messages to each deck that we pulled. So I kind of love it. But anyway, I hope that this helps, and I am hoping you guys all have an awesome weekend, an awesome holiday.